Hey Will, it's already February. We should start planning our grad trip.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I know where I want to go, but I'm wondering, where do you want to go?
Alright, we'll both say our first picks on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hawaii.
Paris. What?
Paris?
Hawaii?
Yeah, Hawaii. It'd be way more fun than stupid Paris.
You know everyone in the grade wants to go to Paris.
Well, too bad. We're going to Hawaii.
No, Paris.
Hawaii.
Paris.
Hawaii.
Paris.
Hawaii.
Paris.
Hawaii.
Paris.
Hawaii.
Whoa, hold on now.
What? Is there someone living in our walls?
Yes, but just listen for a minute, will ya?
Get out of our walls.
Well, what if I told you I can get you both what you want?
Okay, go on.
Well, you see, your current situation is what we call a zero-sum game, where the outcome means that one person is a winner and the other is a stupid, awful, dumb loser.
Okay.
Well, in a zero-sum game, it's really just survivor of the fittest.
Mr. Donnelly said I would get extra marks if I put this in.
Well, today I'm here to show you how both of you can become winners. Today we're hoping to create an agreement rather than an argument, and we're going from this to this, as we explore the fundamentals of negotiation in this short video. Let's start simple. Let's analyze this same vacation scenario. Both sides are taking an approach to this negotiation called positional bargaining. In this scenario, each side is only acting based on their unmovable positions in this negotiation, being I want to go to Hawaii and I want to go to France. Positional bargaining tells the other side what you want. It provides an anchor in an uncertain and pressured situation, and it can eventually produce the terms of an acceptable agreement. I wish it was that easy, but unfortunately, negotiators are people at the end of the day, and the aggressive positional bargaining has many cons. Let's start from the bottom. Well, first of all, there are many unwise outcomes. People become locked into their positions, and if neither party is malleable, then nobody wins. Second, positional bargaining is inefficient. Threats of dragging one's feet, stonewalling, walking out, and many other tactics become commonplace in a hostile discussion, which is not nice and it wastes a lot of time. Third and finally, there is potential to damage an ongoing relationship. Anger and resentment often brew as one side sees itself bending to the rigid will of the other while its own concerns go unaddressed. Positional bargaining thus strains and sometimes shatters the relationship between these parties. So, how can we fix this? Well, we do this through a beautiful thing we like to call interests. I know, beautiful, right? Interests are malleable insights that contribute to a person's positions. Interests are great, and we use the acronym POO to describe them. Interests separate the people from the problem, invent multiple options to create mutual gains, and insist that the results be based on some objective standards. POO. Let's recap. In this scenario, there are two different options that the duo can take. Option 1 is to stay at home, but have you looked outside? Yeesh. The duo's second and logical option is to look for common ground between the two parties. This creates mutual gain, but if nothing is found, then they're going to have to come to a compromise. Let's jump back into our vacation scenario and see exactly what the interests are of the other parties.
Going to Hawaii.
No, Paris.
Hawaii.
Paris.
Hawaii.
Paris.
Hawaii.
Paris.
Okay, Hepner, fine. Why do you want to go to Paris?
Alright, well, I and many other students in our grade are pretty interested in soaking up that European culture and history, and those Parisian museums are pretty awesome, wouldn't you say?
Okay, let's pause. As you just witnessed, William's poo looks very good here. His position is that he would like to go to France, while his interests are a little bit more malleable. He would like museums, culture, and the classic European experience. Let's jump back into this scenario and see where Joe's interests lie.
Well, my skin's kind of blotchy. It could use some sun. Plus, I just want to unwind and get a drink at the snack bar.
Okay, let's pause here. As you just witnessed, Joe's poo looks as healthy as ever. His position is that he would like to go to Hawaii, while his interests are a little bit more malleable. He would like sun and beaches to clear up his pores. Now that both sides have each other's interests, it is easier to come to a mutual agreement.
Well, fine then, Joe. We don't have to go to France. I hear that the beaches in Spain are pretty nice at this time of year.
Huh, I never thought about Spain. Would you have fun if we went there?
Absolutely. Spain is awesome. Absolutely. The architecture is beautiful, and it's rich in European history. That's all I and many other kids in our grade can ask for on a trip.
Alright then, it's settled. We're going to Spain. Come here, buddy.
See? By separating the people from the problem and inventing multiple options to create mutual gains, we were able to come to an understandable agreement. But what about that last O? Well, here's the thing. Sometimes not all negotiations end this quickly, and sometimes factual pieces of information are required to come to the necessary agreement. These factual pieces of information are known as objective criterion. I know. It's beautiful, isn't it? See, objective criterion are factual pieces of information independent of the parties in that negotiation that are very useful in coming to an agreement. Let's go back to this scenario. Using our vacation example, both Joe and William have agreed to a Spanish getaway, but the negotiation is not over yet as Joe remains worried about prices. After doing some research of his own, he finds in a book that the average flight from Toronto to Spain during this time of year is roughly $650. Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is our objective criterion, a factual piece of information that can help the duo figure out which deals are fair. Now it's time for our final recap. We began the day with Joe and Will, two guys arguing on the basis of positional bargaining. Both sides were locked into their positions, unwilling to cooperate. After introducing interests, both sides were able to figure out the needs of the other party, and, using objective criterion in conjunction with these interests, the happy boys were able to come to a reasonable agreement. Alright, you two, don't have too much fun now.
Thanks, Mystery Man. You can stay in the walls, just do your chores.
Alright, you crazy kids, we'll see you later, and until next time.
Hep, this is where you wink. That's how we're gonna end it. No, that's perfect. That's perfect.